Family, what up? We're back. Thanks for being here, y'all. It means a lot. The commenting and interacting has been helping, y'all. Period. Thank you so much. This situation, it irked me from the start, like ASAP, but it's more so even more now because now the things that I knew before are really out here in the forefront and they're being addressed. So, we're going to be getting different angles and perspectives and point of views or whatever you want to call it about this thing and see what other people think. Shout out to Duke O'Shea Jackson. Dude is hilarious. But when I seen the video title, what it was titled, I had to click it. So we're about to check it out for the first time here together and see what we come up with. As far as where I stand, it's unjust. You got to put blame on Tory too because he didn't speak his piece. But as quick as you want to put blame on him in that aspect, you got to sit there and think like, well, when the science is the science and the facts are the facts, why should I have to speak? Anyway, let's get to it.
Tory Lanez and the Meg Thee Stallion situation is getting hot, and there's allegedly new evidence. You have former bodyguards of Kelsey, which was her friend, Meg Thee Stallion's best friend, coming out and saying different things. And so people are stirring the pot. It's been very popular on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. And so the discussion is back on the table, especially after Tory Lanez was stabbed. Okay. And this has put some level of pressure on Meg Thee Stallion. People tagging her everywhere, people bothering her, and she is really not liking it. Okay. And it's to the point where she basically has said this: at what point are y'all gonna stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Oh, okay. I'm sick of this. Leave me the F alone.
We got to leave her alone. But when dude's doing his time, minding his business behind something he did not do, you want to stir the pot up. Okay, cool. So then he started addressing things like, how did this happen? How was that this? How was that this? And this, that, and how? Then she went extra hard. Fast forward, he's in jail. His team reaches out to their team about some new stuff coming up. And boom. Right after, it happened to him. Now, some people are going all the way up past the rapping camel to the ex-brick lady that turned in a whole group of people, but they're saying that she has ties. I don't see why she wouldn't either. I'm not saying she had any hands in it, but it does make a great point. It's something to think about. The connections. And with her last name and how bro looked, I wouldn't be surprised. A little bit of money goes a long way in that place. Real talk. So what other way to quiet this down? Silence him.
He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me, and that was his choice because he knows he did that ish. I don't give a F about a blog or a bot. Why in the F would me, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie on this MNF about shooting me? Now, this is very interesting. It's the same Megan Thee Stallion that lied about letting him clap those cheeks to Gayle King. But anyway, how y'all mad at the person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. F the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Ain't no new effing evidence. Y'all been saying the same ish for years. Tory, please leave me the F alone. You're an effing demon. I'm off this silly ass internet ish bot.
You're the same Meg that lied to Gayle King on TV. But this the thing, y'all. After that lie, y'all forgot she called her the B word. Meg called Gayle the B word out. Yeah, I lied to that B. Come on, man. And that's why I'm going so hard on this thing, y'all, because she wants to say that he's playing in our face. No, he's sitting back doing what he needs to do. We're just advocating for him versus lies. And it's a lot easier now because these things are out there and it's concrete and it's stuff that can't be ignored. I think the talking points moving forward need to be, what do we do with her? Even though Kelsey pled the fifth, I still think she needs to take the stand. Point blank, period. Let her take the stand, say what really happened, and still not charge her with anything. But Tory, he needs to be out. He needs to be compensated. Something needs to happen disciplinary wise with Bigfoot, because you guys built the lie. But she shoveled more shit on shit and tried to cover it up with the rug. Once that rug has so much dirt up under it, it's going to lift off the ground. And that's what's happening. All the dirt's coming out. All the lies.
Okay, so let me just talk about this, right? In this particular case, I mean, trying to demonize Tory Lanez, when Tory Lanez he's almost died, I'm pretty sure he's recovering. So it's not Tory Lanez on the internet saying these things. He's in prison, all right? Now you're having fans giving their criticisms.
Megan Thee Stallion made a post saying that, y'all need to leave her alone and y'all can't make up your mind whether it's Tory that did the injury or, Kelsey. And she called that man a demon, as she should. Now, what's not making sense to me is he had the right to defend himself on the stand, and instead of defending himself, he was tweeting, bragging about how he's going home and teasing everybody like, I'm going home. And, he did not return home. So, instead of doing that, maybe you should have been worried about proving your innocence.
Like I said before, Shorty sounds so ignorant, I had to pause it. When the facts are the facts and the science is sciencing, why should you have to take the stand? These things should speak for themselves if there aren't any tainted hands involved. Wink, wink. There was no way it should have went any further once that test was done and the results came back that it was negative 0.00000 infinity% chance that he could have handled that tool. But no, that wasn't enough. Kelsey going on the stand, saying things, recanting, then lying, then pleading the fifth. How do you even let her plead the fifth after doing those acts up on the stand in the court of law? Right hand to the man. How do you let her do that? That was just like the biggest red flag for me. Because if you need immunity, you need to cover up something. Make it make sense. And then if you go to one of Meg's lives, come on, man. Meg know what's up.
Now 4 to 5 years later, well, actually 5 years later, now you want to talk about, oh yeah, the bodyguard got something to say. Mind you, he has yet to submit something, the new evidence. Instead, he's calling around his other weirdo friends to get them to post his petition to get him pardoned, but he's an innocent man. But he has yet to post the evidence. He didn't defend himself. He tweeted and said that Kelsey did not do it. Kelsey also texted the security and said that help, Tory shot Meg 911. Mind you, he tried to approach Megan Thee Stallion on stage when she had a restraining order against him, and he also made a song and a music video chopping up a dead horse to antagonize her.
Now, let me just say something about this whole ordeal. I wasn't there. You wasn't there. We all don't know who was there. But here's something that I want to talk about. If he did it, and it's true, and again, I've never been shot. I've never been a victim in this. So I have to also give credence to that I don't maybe understand everything. But if he's already been proven guilty by the court of law, okay, why do you feel the need to respond to this? Okay, there are things that people say, and of course, I'm not as big as Meg Thee Stallion. I've had some people say some terrible things about me.
If he did it and he was found guilty, why do you feel the need to respond? Good point. And then she says, because like me, I'm Meg and I'm gonna lie. Come on, man. Who are you? I don't even think she likes her. For real, for real. that's a whole different story. Anyway, okay, be quiet. Let the stuff handle itself. If you're not so concerned with blogs, you're not concerned with quote unquote bots and public opinion, just shut up. Put your phone down and mind your business. But no, she had to come out and talk about it. She had to shovel some more shit on shit because that guilty conscience is whooping her. Mark my words, especially at this point. She's nervous. Probably on the phone with the rapping camel asking, what does she do?
But when people put up those rumors, if they put them up, I don't respond. Now, I'm not as big as Tory Lanez or Meg Thee Stallion, but if it's true, then you crashing out on this and saying this, all that you have done is given the people more room. You're giving them more situations to basically attack you. And you've already lied, okay? You've already lied about the Gayle King and the booty clapper thing. We don't even need to respond to that, okay? But your behavior now is making folks look like, oh, she responding? Well, why is she responding? Because she's guilty. Say what? Oh, okay. So boom. Okay. So she responding because it's a guilty conscience. That's why you're acting like this. Because you did do it.
Listen, what she did on Gayle King, we knew what was up. The eye contact, the hesitation, the delay before answering. The world knew what her and Tory was doing, allegedly. But she still got up there in front of the world and lied. This is the thing, though. Rap or the industry, it's go along to get along. We saw how they all was riding for Megan. She couldn't do no wrong, and that was part of the problem. I know this shit was looking funny to everybody else, but the headlines, the keywords and stuff like that just made it look different, to where they made her rap sweetheart and ostracized Tory. Now you got all these people coming out. It really irks her. She can't use this situation as a layout anymore. Her fans will tune in. We might tune in too, just to see what lies she tell, but no, it's over. The game's done. It's about to get real, trust me.
Oh, we got to keep the pressure on her now? Huh? Yeah. We gonna keep the pressure on her now? We got to. We got to keep talking about it now. It only makes sense to keep talking about it. Because she said that she did X, Y, and Z, then she didn't do it. So now she must have done it. She got to be down bad. It got to be the truth. And that's all you're doing. You're making yourself look like a liar. And the reason why is because you lied before. So I told them, because you guys have not told the truth, and look at how you behaved now. You can't expect me to believe anything else that you say moving forward, because that trust has already been broken. Not only did you guys lie, you obviously didn't care. Same thing with Meg Thee Stallion. Not only did you lie, you then called Gayle King the B word. So you admitted that you lied and you didn't care. You didn't care that you disrespected her. You just told a lie to make yourself look good. So what does it say that you can't do it again? And then now you're upset at the image you created for yourself. So people are trying to hold you accountable to what you're saying, and now you're upset with it. And you're going off on everybody when you had the opportunity to tell the truth in the beginning. Tory Lanez was tweeting and he was doing that silly stuff. Shout out to the sister. But he was already telling people, I was clapping them both. Was he lying about that? No, he was actually telling the truth about that part. So we could assume that if you'd lied once, you'd lie again. And it's not anybody's fault but yours. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for.
When it got out to the public after everything happened, That's when the problem was. For one, she was embarrassed at the Jenner party for getting kicked out. But in my opinion, I feel like that's where the came out. And then you can't just let the Jenner girl do what she does. You got to keep her in their equation. Because, like I said, he was doing whatever he was doing with these two and flirting with this chick. It's a lot of moving parts, but this thing is so simple. It's cut and dry for real. I still stand on it of why I think he didn't take the stand. The truth was too strong. It was too strong. And that's why you can't forget those rants he had where he was giving out the cheat codes, where he was showing or telling how much he generated and how easy it was and how independent he was. It's a lot of moving parts in this. There are a lot of reasons why she always turns into snakes or that little red person with the horns and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm just curious about this thing moving forward. So get ready, you guys. I hope you're here for it. Peace.